Leave it to Zubac. Nesmith out there with Andrew Nembhard. Then there's Jarris Walker, and it's Siakam in at the power forward position. And for the Wizards, they've got Johnson. He's out there with Bilal Coulibaly. George out there with Alexander Sarr. And it's Champagnie at the 4. What a great front court matchup we have tonight, Legs. Do those battles look a little different from when you played?
Well, certainly there's less wrestling going on down on the block. More of these post players now want to step out and face up. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of either style.
A lot of space on the floor, that's for sure.
There's no doubt much more difficult to defend these post players with all this versatility.
Now here's Johnson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Here's Walker. It's a nice passing by Indiana here. Now here's Siakam. Tightly guarded. That one goes in.
A long swing player. Siakam uses that 6'9" length down low.
Pass to Champagnie. And we're about a minute into the first. Back to Johnson. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Now here's Siakam, a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. Nesmith on the wing. Kicks it out to Siakam. Knocks down the long J. Siakam's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Pass to Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Now here's Siakam. He's got 5. Inside. Stolen by Sarr. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Pass to Champagnie. And out of bounds, the Pacers will take it. All right, we look at our 2K leaderboard for assist. Numbers from the past month of play. And you look at Nembhard cracking the top 5 in the NBA with his passing ability.
His teammates trust that if they get open, he will find them. They're really in a groove right now.
For Indiana, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Indiana on the other end. It's rebounded by Zubac.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. I asked him if he's focused on a particular player in the opposing lineup, and Coach stressed the message he delivered to his team about Pascal Siakam. It was simple. Don't bite on his spin move. He doesn't want his guys falling for Siakam's tricks in the low post. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Outside Nesmith. Outside Walker. Siakam outside. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. Nembhard for 3. No good there. Washington trailing. Pass to Johnson. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Champagnie. Walker covering. Now here's Johnson. The 3. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Walker. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Siakam. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Nembhard for 3. Kept alive.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First personal
Indiana shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
at the line for the Pacers. Ivica Zubac. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
He does not get the second one. And legs over the next few years, the Wizards undertaking an $800 million renovation of their home arena.
Yeah, PA, this venue's almost 30 years old. I was making threes in this building. So some changes are welcome, including expanded training facilities, locker rooms, and improving fan access and amenities.
Now here's Sarr. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Siakam, pass to Nembhard. Outside Nesmith. Gets the 3 ball to go. Nesmith's got 6.
3-point field goal.
Wow, some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
George outside. There's a screen from deep. Indiana with a rebound. Last time they met was in Indianapolis.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
A gritty play by Siakam. Absorbs the foul and still gets his shot to go.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And Washington has possession. They trail by 9. Back to Johnson. Washington moving the ball around. Pass to Sarr. Over Zubac. Shot's good by Sarr.
Great touch from the mid-range by Sarr. He knows he's got to keep drilling it from this area.
Now here's Siakam. Give him 8 points now. Nembhard, the pass to Zubac. Crafty move, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch, that's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now Sarr. Pass to Johnson. Sarr a screen. Down low. And finished off by Sarr.
Well, you have to track Sarr in that action. He's so fluid for his size and does a great job coming off the pick.
They set the screen. Siakam outside. Hits the three-pointer. Siakam's got 11 points.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
Here's Champagny, coming off a 12-point game. Johnson against Nembhard. George outside, from outside the arc. Siakam pulls down the board. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. 10-point lead. Nembhard finds Walker. Siakam, right side. Outside Walker. Pass to Siakam. There's the three. It's rebounded by Washington.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And here's Johnson. From behind the arc. Indiana with a rebound. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
It's Walker on the wing. Pass to Siakam. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 13.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Wizards right there.
Indiana on D. A 12-point game. Pass to George. Here's Johnson. And the layup is good. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Neesmith passes to Zubac. Now here's Nembhard. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
For Washington, they've gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Pass to Champagnie. And here's Coulibaly. Here's Champagnie. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 tonight. Zubac with a screen on Johnson. Pass to Siakam. Got a hand on it.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
The Wizards trail by 12. Back to Coulibaly. Here's Champagnie. He's covered by Siakam. Here's Champagnie. He's scoreless. Sarr with it. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And defensively, you just cannot let Sarr get that ball inside.
Outside Neesmith. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. For Washington, they've got 8 of 15 shots to go. Pass to George. Sarr against Zubac. Now here's Johnson. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 9.
Yeah, good floor recognition from Sarr. Encouraging to see him working on his passing like this.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A new lineup here for Washington. And right now, let's take a look at the teams that do the best job protecting the rim. The Wizards in second.
They're quick to help each other, and they have some tremendous athletes with a nose for the ball.
.136 left in the first. Pass to McConnell. There's a screen. Takes one from 10 feet and misses it off the right side of the rim.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Outside Carrington. Defended by Brown. Tries from 6 feet. Pacers with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Man, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Now here's Jones. 11 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Assist goes to Jones.
Wizards trail by 9. Outside Carrington. Pass to Riley. Here's Vukcevic to the wing on the left. Shoots. Just 4 to shoot. Huff pulls it in.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
McConnell outside. Here's Shepherd. No points so far. From the wing. The shot, no good. And so it's Pascal Siakam making highlights for Indiana. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. Back to the game after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
Carlton Carrington out there with Hardy, and it's Riley in at the small forward. That's the group for Washington right now. Here's Vukcevic. Outside Carrington. Counted from distance. Carrington's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. McConnell passes to Potter. Here's Shepherd. He had 9 points in his last time out. Offensive board. Pass to Jones. Deflected. Here's Riley. Here's Vukcevic. Here's Riley. No made baskets yet. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Riley, good.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Here's Shepherd, and right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Drives to the hoop. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Shepherd's got his first basket. Here's Carrington. 6-point game. Pass to Vukcevic. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Shepherd. From downtown, Gill grabs the board. The Wizards have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start of the second. Here's Vukcevic. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Pass to Hardy. Here's the pick. There's the triple. Indiana with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Potter, pass to Jones. Here's Huff. Now McConnell. Jones from outside. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. Jones has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Wizards trail by 7. Well, Grant, this is the 3rd season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
Here's McConnell. Jones, the pass to McConnell. Here's Shepherd. Outside for McConnell. Outside Jones. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Pass to Riley. Here's Gill. Here's Hardy. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Washington again can't hit. To the paint. Here's Jones. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Indiana lead.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Riley. To the middle. To stop the run. And he lays it up and in.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Pacers leading by 10. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Next time to welcome your
A big group substitution here for Indiana. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Huff. Walker comes in for Potter. Nesmith, he's checked in for Shepherd. And Andrew Nembhard subbed in for Jones. And here's Siakam. 13 points in the game. Walker, a screen on Coulibaly. It's Walker on the wing. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range. Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
George outside. Takes a 3. The rebound by Nembhard.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
McConnell from outside. Another 3 for Indiana.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside Coulibaly. Pass to George. Outside Carrington. 5 to shoot. The 3 is up. Pacers with a rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Left side Walker. Siakam looking it over. It's blocked. Pass to George. 4-3. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
McConnell passes to Siakam. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Sarr.
Yeah, the superpower for Siakam is his versatility. He plugs a lot of holes on both ends.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. First one falls for him. The Wizards making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The Pacers also with a sub. Zubac is checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Second chance shot, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. This will be his third free throw attempt of the game.
Second team foul. At the line for the Pacers, Ivica Zubac, shooting one.
The free throw drops from Zubac. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Washington. Trailing by 17. George outside. Back to Johnson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Johnson's got 11 points.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
Indiana shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Carrington, he's checked in for Sarr.
At the line for the Pacers, Ivica Zubac, one shot.
The free throw drops from Zubac, and Legs is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all-defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
Outside Carrington. Coulibaly up top. Walker covering. Here's Carrington. Connects from downtown. Carrington's got his third basket on the night right there. Indiana leading by 15. Siakam, the pass to Nembhard. Back to Siakam. Zubac with a screen on George. And here's Siakam for three. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
Started out strong for three-point land. Hit two in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Now here's Carrington. Give him 8 points now. George outside. Launches it. Indiana with a rebound. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Walker. Nesmith on the wing. The three ball. Sinks the tray. Nesmith's got 9.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
Outside Coulibaly. Johnson on the wing. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game. Nembhard outside. Nesmith on the wing. Back to Nembhard. Pass to Walker. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Here's Zubac. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Walker against Coulibaly. Here's Johnson. Washington again can't hit.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
On the wing, Nembhard. Covered by Carrington. Here's Siakam. It's rebounded by Washington. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
1:50 left in the second. Neesmith passes to Siakam. Nembhard outside. Drops in the layup for 2. 6 points for him.
He doesn't have the quickness of some guys, but he sees everything, including that opening.
Outside Johnson. Nembhard with a steal. And now Indiana on the fast break. Here's Neesmith. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Outside Johnson. Back to Koulibaly. Pass to Johnson. Three-pointer. Pascal Siakam with a rebound.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. And here's Nembhard. Shoots over Koulibaly. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and the putback. Zubac has got 13.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in. 5 ticks left in the second quarter. From deep. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And through one half, it's been close. It's the Pacers just dominating this one. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. We've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing their switching. Good
luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Indiana Pacers.
When you can shoot the three like this, how is the other team supposed to keep up with you?
And Kenny, especially since they can hit from so far out. I don't know how you defend that. And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
And for their matchup with the Mavericks, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Pacers leading by 22, and the Pacers looking at who they've got. Aaron Neesmith is out there with Andrew Nembhard. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Ivica Zubac, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Now here's Zubac. Pass to Siakam. Nembhard outside. Lets the 3 fly. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam.
3-point field goal.
Siakam's got his third assist of the night. Outside Koulibaly. Here's George. Now Koulibaly. Now here's Johnson. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Nembhard. Now Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
George outside. Back to Johnson. Here's the three. Indiana with a rebound. Zubac has got his 16th rebound on the night. Nembhard outside. Pass to Siakam. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Here's Zubac. It's rebounded by Washington. Koulibaly's got 4 rebounds in the game. And he lobs it up to the rim. Zubac with the steal. And here's Walker. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
And such a strong guy. Walker could live in the paint.
Here's Johnson. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
There's Nesmith with the three. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Nesmith's got 14 points for the game.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Outside Koulibaly. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's Johnson with a drive.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
And the basket by Siakam.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game. And it's in there.
They can finally relax after missing their first 4 shots to start this half.
Size and shooting touch always in demand, Legs, and 2 things that Keyshawn George possesses.
Yeah, he's an interesting combination because he grew up playing point guard, but hit a growth spurt later on. So he's got the vision and ball handling skills of a point, but now he's adding that scoring prowess of an off guard.
A player to watch for sure.
No doubt.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. A new generation is entering the league, and Draymond Green said these young dudes talk a lot of mess. I don't mind it at all. It's just weird to be in a space where they're like, man, I watched you my whole life. But then they're also talking crazy, saying, you had your run, you're old now. Back to you, BA.
Yeah, it flipped quick, doesn't it? Thank you, Allie. Off target with the three.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Pass to Johnson. Sarr with it. Give him 8. Here's Champagny. The three is up. The rebound by Nesmith. Here's Nembhard with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Nembhard's got 11 points.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Back to Koulibaly. Outside Johnson. Clock at 6. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Now here's Nembhard. 11 points in the game. Back to Walker. Nembhard outside. Shoots over Johnson. Another one falls for Indiana. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. Pass to Champagny. Oh, there's the alley. And finished off by Sarr.
Oh, man. Between his size and mobility, Sarr is the perfect lob threat.
Indiana on offense. They're on an 18-4 run. Now here's Nembhard. 13 points in the game. Walker finds Zubac. And here's Siakam for three. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Coulibaly's got 5 rebounds tonight. George, right side. Jacks up a 3. Hits the trifecta. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Outside Nesmith. Siakam outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
Coulibaly with a screen on Walker. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Siakam's got 20.
Over time, we have seen Siakam blossom into a star, someone who's comfortable shouldering the offense.
Sarr passes to Johnson. Puts up a 3. Pacers with a rebound. Siakam's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance. It's just not his night from the 3. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
Pass to Sarr. George, a screen on Zubac. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc, and the results have been outstanding.
And they've also done an outstanding job scoring in the paint, getting close looks and just pounding them inside.
Carrington, he's checked in for George. And Tim, 1 year, you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the 3 could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
Now here's Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Washington shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
Johnson, 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Johnson. Indiana making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And Johnson drops them both. And here's Indiana now. Here's McConnell. 5 points in the game. And here's Brown for 3. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell.
3-point field.
McConnell's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Koulibaly. Now here's Sarr, guarded closely. Pass to Carrington. Over McConnell. Washington again can't hit. And Brown has got the ball here for Indiana. McConnell outside. Kick out to Brown. Fires the three. Sarr pulls it in. Washington has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by McConnell. And now a break to glance at the rookies who scored the most per game during the last month of play. In the third spot, Alex Sarr.
Those averages have distanced him from the pack. And the scary thing is, he may widen that margin.
Off the inbound, Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 19 points.
Nice sequence off the inbound. Ball movement and player movement creating the good look.
And here's McConnell. He's got 5. Pass to Brown. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
First team foul. Shooting for Indiana, Brown. At the line for 1.
Free throw good. Brown. The Wizards shooting a solid 47%. Outside Johnson. There's a screen. Blocked! And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Shot clock at 5. To the inside. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get a high percentage at the rim.
Oh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Indiana, T.J. McConnell. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. George, he's checked in for Washington. Hardy comes in for Johnson. Good on the second one. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Pass to Riley. They set a pick. Here's Hardy. George sets a screen. There's the triple. Hauled in by Brown.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
And here's Shepard for 3. He can't get it to go. Shepard's gone just 1 of 5 from the floor. Pass to Riley. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Here's Hardy. Three-pointer. No good that time. Here's Huff. George defending. Outside Jones from behind the arc. It's rebounded by George. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Pass to Huff. All alone. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. McConnell's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Vucevic. They set the pick. Here's Riley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Well, the Pacers shooting an efficient 55% in the 3rd quarter. Here's Shepherd. Five on the clock. Pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. And so it's Indiana building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back with you shortly. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got George, Carlton Carrington out there with Hardy, and it's Vucevic in at the center position. That's the group for Washington right now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's McConnell. Pass to Shepherd. It's Brown on the wing. McConnell outside. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Here's Hardy. Outside Carrington. Launches it. Riley's shot is off. The Pacers shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Back to Brown. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Riley. Well, the Wizards shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. Carrington no good. And Brown has got the ball here for the Pacers. Here's Jones. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
First team foul.
Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
And that one misses. Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Carrington. Back to George. Inside. Here's Riley. And that one is hammered home.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Now here's McConnell. Covered by Carrington. McConnell left side. Pass to Shepherd. Here's Huff. There's the 3. And no good. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. And there's the screen. George for 3. The offensive rebound. For 3, Hardy. That one no good.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
McConnell outside. All right, Tim, you've covered the NBA for a long time now. What's one thing you wish you could change about how we cover the game?
Well, I think there's a temptation to boil it down to hot takes, and I'd much rather see us cover the appreciation that we all have for the nuances of the actual basketball.
Game has never been more skilled than it is right now.
Totally agree.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Pass to Shepard for 3. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Here's Vukcevic. Here's Riley. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. McConnell finds Jones. Here's Shepard. The 3. It's rebounded by Washington. George has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Riley. Pass to Vukcevic. George outside. 4-3. Indiana with a rebound. Left side Jones. Here's the teardrop.
Check this out. That's only their 2nd turnover tonight. They've kept great control of the rock. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Sars checked in for Washington. And the Pacers also making a change. Thompson, he's checked in for Brown. The Wizards have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this 4th quarter.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Indiana has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Here's Shepard. Pass to Huff. Drains the triple.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Here's Riley. Outside Carrington. George sets a screen. 3-pointer. Jones grabs the board.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Pass to Shepard. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, BA, winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
And it's Washington with the ball after Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot. And the officials call a traveling violation.
That's just his first turnover of the game. For the most part, he's been very reliable.
Potter, he's checked in for Indiana. Jackson comes in for Jones. The Pacers have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this 4th. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Jackson. From downtown, Sarr pulls it in. And the Wizards shooting just around 45% in the 4th. Here's Champagny. Fires the 3. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
There's still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
And it's McConnell on the drive. Here's Potter. The Wizards have gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this 4th quarter. McConnell against Johnson. Pass to Champagny from deep. No good on the shot. Well, Indiana shooting just around 45% in the 4th. And here's McConnell. Here's Shepard. Koulibaly defending. Down low. Oh, George with a steal. Now Sarr. Here's Champagny. Washington moving the ball around. Here's George. Can't get it to drop. And for Indiana, they're shooting around 53%, a nice number. Here's Jackson. Pass to Shepard. McConnell outside. Now here's Jackson. The Pacers again can't hit. And Washington with possession. Throws it up high. Got a piece of it. McConnell from outside. Rebounded by Champagny. Champagny's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Coulibaly. Pass to George. Shoots over Jackson. And George gets it to go on the assist by Coulibaly. Coulibaly's got his 3rd assist of the night. Here's Shepard. To stop the drought. Kicks it out to Jackson. Fires from deep. McConnell outside. Here's the 3. Can't hit that one. The Wizards have gotten 7 of 16 attempts to drop since the start of the 4th. Johnson against McConnell. On the money from 12 feet away. Johnson's got 21.
Well, that's a shot that some defenses can give up, but not to that guy.
Pass to Shepard. Inside. Stolen by Sarr. Here's Champagny. George outside. Jacks up a 3. Buries it from 3. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc, trying to score in chunks.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Here's Huff. Jackson outside. And there's a pick. Pass to Shepard. McConnell from outside. Knocks it down from distance.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
George outside. The 3 is up. No good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Jackson surveying the D. Uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got his first points of the game.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
George outside.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. 2 minutes.
Back to Coulibaly. George a screen on Jackson. Here's Coulibaly. Here's Sarr. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Sarr. Owning the glass and then finishing the play.
McConnell passes to Potter. Jackson on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And McConnell the bucket on the assist by Jackson.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Pacers.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Ivica Zubac.
And when he's dominant on the glass, his team benefits in so many ways. He took a lot of pressure off of his teammates tonight.
Jones, he's checked in for Indiana. The kick out to Johnson, 5 to shoot. From the arc. Indiana with a rebound.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Now McConnell. Jackson outside. Three-pointer, no good. Washington with the ball. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Champagnie. Now George, defended by Jones. George outside. From deep, Johnson. He drops it from range.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
McConnell with it. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Pascal, these days you are called upon to carry this team. Does that bring added pressure?
This is a game that I love, and I just want to have fun playing the game. And I think, I got to just be myself. Like, don't get lost in everything going on. Be yourself. Play basketball, have fun. And, I'm just happy to be able to go out there and play hard.
Guys, he wants the pressure. Thanks, Pascal.
All right. Thanks, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.